I started VR about a year ago, and you'll have seen some of the films that I've made with this Yi 360, which has been a great little camera. I think it cost me about £400 last December, and it's been a great camera. But I've had one drawback. You might have noticed that if you look around, that you occasionally see a smudge. It's only very small, but you'll normally notice it, and it'll normally be behind you, hidden away. Well, unfortunately, shortly after getting this camera, I took it to Greenwich, which I thought would be a great place to do some filming, the wonderful architecture there. And being a 360 camera, I thought, well, I don't want to be seen. I want to show a panoramic view of Greenwich. So I put it on a tripod, and I used the remote control app on my phone. Anyway, unfortunately, Greenwich is on the River Thames, which can get quite windy, and you guessed it, it blew over on the tripod, and it smashed the screen on some stone. And if you look here, you can see that there is a little scratch there, which is where it fell, and that's meant that the camera has been damaged more or less from the start. But it was quite a bit of money, and I didn't really want to replace it straight away. So I thought, well, with a bit of clever editing, I can minimalise the impact. I can try and position it so that the scratch part is always at the rear, is always the least interesting part of the film. Because although it's 360, mostly, although you can look all around, the focus is usually to the front, isn't it? Or to the sides. And so a small space where there's a bit of a smudge, I thought, well, I can get away with that. So all my footage you'll see all has a small smudge. And a number of new cameras came out, obviously the very expensive ones, the 8Ks, but they're thousands of pounds, and I thought, well, can't justify that. I could have brought another one, but I thought, well, do I really want to pay another £400 for something that's identical to what I've got? No, not really. And then Insta, this exciting company from Guangdong in China, seemed to be doing really well with the Insta 360, doing really well, really impressive stuff. And I thought, well, do I want one of those? They do look pretty good, but it's the same resolution. It's 5.7K. It's a 360 camera. I'll wait. I'll see what else comes out. And I was slightly hoping that things would upgrade and that we would have affordable 8K cameras, that there'd be a real step forward in terms of resolution. But unfortunately, those are still really expensive. So I think those are a few years away. But then a new product came out that I thought, that interests me. I've been big into photography for many years, and I'm filming this on a Panasonic camcorder, and they make some amazing cameras. And one of the things that really tempted me, but I never went for it, was an adapter that could screw onto that camera that had two forward lenses. So effectively it shared the single lens on the front, you put an adapter on, and it allowed you to film in 3D. And I thought, that's pretty good. But those were about £400, and the reviews were mixed. So something I've always wanted is a 3D camera. So to find something that combines my passion for 360 with 3D, and I thought, yeah, that's worth taking the plunge. And here it is, the Insta 360 Evo, the new camera from Insta, which has very similar internals to the Insta 360 One X, but which can also convert, as well as being a 360 camera, it can convert into a 180 3D camera. And I thought, wow, that I think is the product that would tempt me to finally fork out and get a replacement for my trusty, albeit slightly damaged, Yi 360.